Good morning. This is Kevin Ferreira coming from the WEN facilities in Wisconsin Rapids. To my left is my nurse practitioner, Shannon Lidner. We're going to talk a little bit about semaglutide. With semaglutide, we got here in kind of a roundabout way. We end up prescribing semaglutide because our clients are requesting it. So we had to find out, and then we started prescribing it ourselves. So here is our little semaglutide talk. So we're talking about semaglutide specifically today. Semaglutide is what we call a GLP-1 analog. It works like the hormone GLP. The hormone GLP is what we call an incretin hormone. What it does is respond to low blood sugar, and it gets into our blood, and it has its action blood sugar in a few places. It has its action in the gut, in the brain, and also in the pancreas. What it does is it makes the pancreas secrete insulin as a response to low blood sugar, and it slows down intestinal motility in the distal part of the small bowel. That's the part closer to the colon. We call that the ileum. So it slows down motility there, so people feel fuller for longer. And it also works in the brain in a little bit on the satiety centers to make one feel satisfied.
Mm-hmm. The food voice in your head essentially kind of dumbs that down for people. One of the reasons we decided to have this talk is there's a lot of confusion around semaglutide, and so I think a lot of the confusion comes from the expected outcomes of the drug itself. And so when you read or you hear about people talking about they didn't have any luck on it, they were tired on it, they were so sick on it, or they got small bowel obstruction and these things, and those are pretty much exactly what Kevin talked about. So those are the expected outcomes of the medication itself. And so it's knowing how to manage the expectations of the drug is how we're going to be successful, or how our clients are successful on it.
So semaglutide is indicated for weight loss. It's indicated for anybody with a obese BMI, that's a BMI over 30, but also with a BMI for 27 to 30 if you have a risk factor like hypertension and other risk factors that could cause you to be indicated to take semaglutide also. It's also indicated for diabetics, type 2 diabetics specifically, because type 1 diabetics do not have any machinery to produce insulin. So if these are type 2 diabetics, that this is indicated for. A contraindication for semaglutide is MEN syndrome, or a personal history, a family history of medullary thyroid cancer. We also watch closely people with untreated depression and anxiety. We'll hold the meds for them, and once they're treated, we could put them on the medication in a monitored way. As Shannon said a while ago, what we deal with is the side effects of semaglutide, and that's why it's indicated for weight loss. We talk about semaglutide here, we're not talking about any of the other drugs in its class. So the side effects, as we say, slow down of gastric motility, so that makes a client feels fuller for longer. And also it has the pancreas secreting insulin to lower the blood sugar, and when the blood sugar is low, your hunger and desire for food is a little bit controlled that way. And it also works in the brain a little bit on the satiety centers. Okay? Semaglutide, you take it once a week. We start off on a low dose. We start off on the lowest dose for a few reasons. We want our client to not lose more than 4 to 5 pounds a week. If you're losing more than 7 pounds a week, then that's issues, and then you'll start to have the rapid weight loss look, which we don't desire for our clients. So that's why we start off on a very low dose, and then we go up in increments. We start off on a very low dose also. A low dose means low side effects. If you have side effects from a lower dose, you're better off than having side effects from a higher dose. So, based on how the patient, our client, deals with it, then we increase the dose. Semaglutide is what we use here predominantly in our weight loss offering, but we also have dietitian, and we have some natural products that increase your natural GLP-1. We have some products that will give you energy, and we have some other products that work like certain other diabetic medication, namely metformin. But we're not talking about these products right now. We're just talking about semaglutide. One could come easily to us and we give them $1,000 a product immediately. But we know the semaglutide is so effective. What we do, we tell the folks and educate them about everything we have, including a dietitian, and let them make the decision. If they want all of it, we could give them all of it. But semaglutide, you get so much bang for your buck that most people can lose the weight just on semaglutide. Another thing with semaglutide we want to give, because we expect weight loss with it and we're giving it for weight loss, then you're going to lose fat hence losing the fat-soluble vitamins. All the vitamins that are dissolved in are stored in our fat cells goes away when we lose that fat. So we recommend they take vitamins A, D, E, and K, which are the fat-soluble vitamins. Take a supplement of that. And another thing, people can feel weak when they're losing weight on semaglutide. We recommend that they take the water content, number one. That could be some of the problems. And number two, they could supplement with, a high protein type diet, or supplement with a supplement like Mitocore that has energy molecules in it and still protect and have your mitochondria regenerate.
Yeah, so all the things that come out negative, like the energy level, the constipation, the nausea, or the things why it didn't work for people, it can easily be managed if you manage your micronutrients, your water, your protein, your collagen, and be cognizant of what you're putting in your body, healthy fats, and making sure you're getting your balanced diet and adding activity.
Some of the side effects you can get because of the slow intestinal motility: nausea, vomiting, also constipation, and GERD. The side effects are usually in the first month or so. After that, the client gets used to it and knows what to do to combat those kind of side effects. So what we want for the client is not to eat within 2 hours of going to lie down, because you have a higher risk of getting GERD if you eat and go sleep within 2 hours or go lying down within 2 hours. If you have a risk factor for GERD, which most of our clients taking this are obese, which is a risk factor in itself for GERD, then we would want you not eating within 2 hours of going to bed. Also, we want our clients to drink copious amount of water. 60% of the body weight in pounds, we want them to drink that in fluid ounces. For example, if you weigh 200 pounds, you should be drinking 120 fluid ounces of water. And we talk about free water, not any water mixed with any sweetening or added flavors, just free water.
And if it's not a contraindication to be drinking that much water, that's going to be your biggest factor in being successful on the medication. And even to the point where we tell people if they really can't get the water in for whatever reason, that might not even be the best treatment for you, because that medication really needs you to be using its lymphatic system to get the fat out, as with any weight loss modality.
And a couple other things. Semaglutide, we store it on the fridge. So we usually give a month's supply at a time. You store it on the fridge. The injection is weekly on the same day. So you get 4 injections for the month. We want you to put it subcutaneously. So wherever you have the fat in your body, whether it's the back of the arm, around the abdomen, staying about 2 inches away from the belly button. Do not go within 2 inches of the belly button, but you can do it on the abdomen anywhere you have some subcutaneous fat. Even the inner legs is good, and the buttock is good for the subcutaneous.
And then again, we add B12 to it because the volume is very small. If there's some reason you can't have B12, then we can always just add like an MIC or something else, and that's beneficial to you while you're taking it.
So sometimes we have clients that might hit a plateau when we have them on semaglutide. Then again, they're probably not drinking the water. And another thing they might need is a detox, because we're losing all these fat cells. Sometimes we store toxin. Here we live in Wisconsin, so we don't know what kind of stuff we have in our body connected to agriculture.
Pesticides.
We live in farmlands. Some of these things might be in our bodies, and we need to detox. Because when we break down fat or any toxin that comes in our body, the liver is a big player in
alcohol.
that. So a detox, twice a year is prudent, especially if you're not losing weight. That's like cleaning your filters. We clean our filters in our car all the time, but some adults have never even cleaned their filters.
Yeah, and none of us are perfect. We all have habits. Some of them aren't as healthy as others, and some we can't control at all because of the environment. So
we can't control our environment, but we can clean our gaskets and our filters sometimes. So that's one thing we can do if we hit the wall. In terms of the weight loss or plateau.
So if you are interested in losing weight, whether you have a few pounds to lose, a lot of weight to lose, you've hit plateaus in the past, things you've worked on, and you're just not getting success, this is a great tool to get you over those hurdles. Lots of success with lots of patience, and we help you along the way, making sure that you can be successful afterwards, and lots of support, lots of resources.
Yeah, we are very happy to talk to you if you hit the plateau with semaglutide or just want to try semaglutide. We are here for you. We also have other options like for body contouring. Sometimes it's not weight loss that's needed, it's just a problem area we need to address. Also, we can talk about that if need. If you follow us or comment or, reach out to us, we'll reach back out to you. I'm Kevin Ferreira and this is Shannon Lidner. We are Wow Aesthetics, and remember, we'll meet you where you are.